Most of the eyes around Europe are, of course, focused on Euro 2020 semi-finals, but there's a small matter of the Champions League qualifying. We got those picks coming at you next. Hi folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're taking a look at the first qualifying round, first legs in 2021-2022 Champions Bloody League. It's that time already, that's right, where the minnows try to get the big boys and get closer to that illustrious group stage. We'll take a look at that in a minute. A big shout out to the VIPs. Well done. Of course, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your love on the Patreon as well. If you are new, check out the links in the description, patreon.com/roverseas. And let's get cracking, boys. It is Champions League. It is, goodness gracious me, a load of teams that we probably never heard of, but we're going to jump in the deep end right here, right now, and of course let you know a little bit about the stage where we're at, of course, for the Champions League. Here we go, boys and girls, here we bloody go. Of course, we are now entering the first qualifying round after the Mickey Mouse preliminaries, of course, which saw Pristina come through from 4 clubs. We'll elaborate on that in a minute, but of course, what are we talking about? Of course, we are entering the preliminary stage, which was done and dusted. The first qualifying stage is right here, right now. The first legs take place on the 6th of the 7th, which is basically in a couple of hours' time, and then of course into Wednesday. The second legs will be on the 13th and 14th. Basically, we're going to try and cover each and every one of the matches of the Champions League from here on in. Now, we are eventually going to do a prediction league for the Champions League, but that's not going to start until we get into the group stages on the 14th and 15th of September. Between now and then, it's all for fun. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section about that. So what are we expecting from this part of the Champions League? Well, these are the clubs that are going to be joining at their eventual stages. The preliminaries have come and gone, and Pristina are the only team that have made it through to the first qualifying round. They've joined the likes of the teams that we're going to see now. Some of the bigger boys: Zagreb, Malmö, Bodø, Glimt, Maccabi Haifa of Israel, Ludogorets Razgrad, of course, Baku, or Neftçi Baku, they're in it. Shakhtar Shalitsky of wherever that is. Kadiat as well. CFR Cluj, big boys, Fenerbahce as well. We've got Riga. There are some big enough clubs in there that, of course, will make this appealing to some. And, of course, once they get through the first qualifying round, we're going to introduce the likes of Celtic, Olympiacos, Galatasaray, amongst others. And then finally, into the third qualifying round, we see the likes of Rangers, Monaco, Benfica, Spartak Moscow join in, and of course eventually we get to the playoff round where the likes of RB Salzburg, Brøndby, of course, joining the party, and then eventually we get to the group stages where the big boys are in there: Chelsea, Villarreal, Liverpool, Juventus, Barcelona. Are they in there? I'm sure they're in there. Of course, are they in there? There they are. Of course, they're bloody well in there. Get a bloody grip. So anyway, let's jump in the deep end and take a look at the matches that we're going to be taking a look at. Here they come. Now they are, like I said, going to be taking place on the 6th and the 7th of July, and hopefully we're going to give you my picks right here, right now. And I don't have too much data on these guys, so we're just kind of going to do a bit of a winging it a little bit. So we're going to kick it all off with Fola Esch from Luxembourg up against Lincoln Red Imps. Of course, I'm just going to hit this one out of the park. It is going to take place on the 6th of July, and I'm trying to take a look at it. Of course, 3-1 on is your Fola Esch Red Hot Favourites. 11-2 is your Lincoln Red Imps. 10-3 is your draw. You can do draws on this one. I haven't got really too much to say about these teams. I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to go with a cheeky 2-win for Fola Esch from Luxembourg to get the upper hand to move into the second legs, of course, which will take place in Gibraltar, that first leg over in Luxembourg. Next up we have Slovan Bratislava, and they're coming out of Slovakia up against Shamrock Rovers. Difficult one, this one. Again, this one's taking place on the 7th of July, of course, which is Wednesday. We've got 9-4 on for Slovan Bratislava. 92 is your Shamrock Rovers. 16-5 is your draw. Taking place over in Slovakia, the first legs. I think I've gone with Shamrock Rovers on this one, at least to get a point. I think not a point, but a draw to leave it low, evenly sort of poised for the second legs. I wasn't too sure about Slovan and Shamrock. Shamrock have been raising their game over the past few seasons in the lower Champions League and the European qualifying stages. So I think I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt with a 1-1 draw. Next up, of course, we have over in Sweden is Malmö up against Riga of Latvia. Of course, taking place also on Wednesday. Now the bookies odds on this one, we have 6-1 on for Malmö Red Hot Favourites. 10-1 is your Riga, and 5-1 is your draw on this one. I do believe I've gone with Malmö on this one, 2-0 win. Let me know your thoughts about that in the old chat. Of course, that gives them an upper hand as well in the first leg at home to take it over to Latvia in the second leg over in Riga. Next up, of course, we have Bodø Glimt of Norway up against Legia Warsaw up against Poland. Now, this is probably the most satisfying or entertaining match on our hands. Two evenly sized clubs, of course, duking for control over the first leg. Again, taking place on the Wednesday, the 7th of July. I've gone with it 11 at what the bookies are 11-8 on is your Bodø Glimt from Norway. 13-8 is your Legia Legia Warsaw at 11-5 is a draw. Very, very tight. I might have gone with a draw on this one. No, I've gone with a 2-1 win. Nicked it in the end for Bodø Glimt to take a lead. Of course, a slim lead. Again, Legia Warsaw with an away goal. Now, I don't know if they count or not. Somebody let me know in the chat about that. These are hot off the pants. I'm not really spending too much energy on this. Next up, we have Connah Quay's Nomads from Wales up against Alashkert from Armenia, I believe. Take place on the 7th, which is, of course, Wednesday. The bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this? Connah Quay's is 9-4 for this one. Even Stevens, it's your Alashkert, and of course 9-4 is your draw. You got to hit this one in the dark. I think I've gone with Connah Quay's Nomads to nick it on this one. That's against the bookies odds. I think the bookies odds going with the away team on this one to get something out of it. Anyway, next up goes HAJK from Finland up against Budućnost Podgorica, and that's coming out of Montenegro again, taking place on the this is Tuesday. This one, so of course hot off the press. This badger 3-1 on is your HJK for this one. 7-1 is your Budućnost Podgorica, and 60-5 is your. I think I went the away team on this one. No, I haven't. Surprise, surprise. I went with the bookies. 2-1 win in the end for HJK to get a little bit upper hand into the second leg. Not enough, though, to put it out of question. CFR Cluj up against Borac, Banja and Luka. Of course, Bosnia-Herzegovina team up against the Romania team again on Tuesday. Surely a one-sided affair, this one. 5-1 on is your Cluj. 40-1 is your Borac, Banja, Luka. And 4-1 is your draw. Of course, I'm going to go with CFA Cluj. I'm going to go with clean sheet as well. 2-0 to put them in the upper stages, of course, on this one. Shkëndija from North Macedonia up against Mura. And that's coming out of Slovenia as well. Another difficult one to call this. Taking place on this one's on Tuesday as well. Let's have a quick look at the odds on this son of a gun. We have 8-5 for Shkëndija Teuta, 11-8 is your NS Mura, and 9-4 is your draw. I don't know what I've gone with this. I've gone with a draw. Play it safe because I can't really separate the two sides. It is a bit of a guessing game to be honest with you. I don't really know too much about most of these teams. Next we have Teuta coming out of Albania against Tiraspol, coming out of Moldova on this one. Again, it's taking place on the Wednesday, the 7th of July. The Sheriff, can they arrest a few people on this badger? Teuta, where are you? Teuta, there you are. 50-8 is your host on this one. 65 is your Sheriff. 11-5 is your draw. I think I've gone with the Sheriff on this one. 2-1 win to take the win. Dinamo Tbilisi from Georgia, the country, not the state. Neftçi Baku from Azerbaijan. Another difficult one. I do again take place on the Wednesday. Even Stevens is your Tbilisi. 9-4 is your Neftçi Baku, and 9-4 is also the draw. I think I've gone with the host on this one. 2-1 win with a clean sheet. And again, to give the Dinamo Tbilisi an upper hand, and looks like already one step into the next round, of course, for the second qualifying round. Kicking off further, we have Maccabi Haifa of Israel up against Kiryat. Kiryat coming out of Kazakhstan, again taking place on the Wednesday, the 7th of July. A bit of time on this one. Again, make sure you get your picks in on this. Where are you? 5-4 on is your Maccabi Haifa. 12-5 is your draw. 11-4 is your Kite Al-Milti. Of course, your long shots. That's your away team. No, gone big on this one. 3-1 win for Maccabi Haifa. Make sure you get your picks in as well for these. I want to know what you're thinking. If I'm completely way off the mark, or maybe you're following the trend for me. Next up, Ludogorets Grazgrad, another big old team on this. From this stage actor, Shalinskix coming out of Belarus, I believe, on the 7th of July. Take a look at these badges then, shall we? Ludogorets Grazgrad 2-1 on the eye. Favourites 5-2 is your 5-1 is your long shots. That's Shakhtar Solongodisk. Again, going to go with Ludogorets Grazgrad. Going to go big as well on this one. 3-1 win to give themselves the upper hand. Another monster team in this sort of stage is Hungary's Ferencváros. Of course, Hungary did impress us in the old Euros. Maybe they have some players, of course, competing here. Up against Pristina, of course, just qualified via the old preliminary rounds, via the semi-finals, and of course the final, ultimately coming through by beating Interclub de Escalada. Teams that are, of course, familiar for that stage. Again, taking place on the Tuesday, this one. Pristina, they are 80-1 long shots. This one, 81 on is your Ferencváros. Red hot favourite, 7-1 is your draw. Again, gone big. 3-0 win. It could be 4, could be 5. It could be an embarrassing. It could be a bloody cricket score. Next up, we have Zalgiris coming from Lithuania against Linfield. Again, on the Tuesday, this badger, Linfield from Northern Ireland. 3-1 on is your Zalgiris Vilnius up against Northern Ireland's 13-2. Linfield 3-1 is your draw. I played safe again on this one, going with a draw, and I think Linfield might try and grab something out of this. Try to keep their hopes anyway up for a second leg reboot. But Zalgiris are fancied by the bookies on this one. Flora coming out of Estonia against Hibernians coming out of Malta. Again on the Tuesday on this badger. What do we think on this one? What do we think on this? What did I say? We said Flora Italian, of course, up against Hibernians. 20-11 on is your Flora. They are your favourites, 90-4. is your Hibernians for Malta, and 13-5 is the draw. Going with the 2-1 win for the hosts, going with the bookies on this one, sticking with them, and of course going to go with the win, and again, upper hand for Flora to take it to the end. And then, of course, the big juggernauts at the end, Dinamo Zagreb, taking a look at Valur up against Iceland, again on Wednesday, this badger. Red hot favourites, 7-1 is your Zagreb, 6-1 is your draw, 12-1 is your long shots, that Valur Reykjavik out of Iceland. Big 4-0, gone monster on this one. So what are you guys thinking about that? Let me make sure you get your own picks in. Of course, we're looking forward to your pickaroos for this. We'll keep on following it, of course, to the bitter end, all the way through to the final, which will take place, I don't know, sometime in 2022. I'm going to do a quick scooch here. Who bloody knows? Who bloody knows? 20th of May, 2022, the Krotowski Stadium in St. Petersburg. So these guys compete to try and get to those stages. Of course, they won't get there unless if one of these teams get there to the final. In the end, I'll shave off my eyebrows, but I don't think that's going to happen. Let me know your thoughts and opinions again. We will be doing of course, we will be doing, what will we do? We'll be doing a stupid, of course, we will be doing a Champions League prediction league once we get to the group stages. So make sure you smash your thumbs up, smash your follow, smash your subscribe as well. Check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, of course, Patreon as well. So make sure you come in, of course, get practicing with your predictions now. Does any of these teams going to make it to the group stages, or will they all crash out before then? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, and I look forward to see what you got. Until then, we are done.